This is some Noodles production.
Alright, what's up guys, Captain Monk here again. This is episode 14 in my series called Road to Gold. In this series, I use every primary weapon from level 1 to 31 until I'm up to gold camouflage. And once I get the gold camouflage, I get a gameplay with it on the road there, because this is Road to Gold of course. I collect different clips with different attachments, proficiencies, and camouflages for your guys' viewing pleasure. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the PKP Pecheneg, a Russian light machine gun. Now, if I mispronounced the name of this weapon, I apologize, but it is a Russian weapon, so that is kind of to be expected. Now, before we get into the weapon stats, guys, I want to briefly talk about an upload schedule for the new Road to Gold series, because we are at the 14th episode, and I started this series pretty much when the game came out, which is back in November. And it is almost April. April 1st is tomorrow, I believe, if we do not have a March 31st. I don't know. I don't pay attention to dates that well. So, April's coming soon. That's the point I'm trying to get across. And I've only gotten 14 episodes out. So, I want to upload these more often because I want to finish them by the time my school year ends, which is about halfway through June. So, with your guys' opinions, I may be able to think of an upload schedule for this series. At this point, I'm thinking maybe once or twice a week because I want to get these done as soon as possible. I don't want to rush through them, but I definitely want to get them done because I have some things I want to bring up to you guys in the summer, which would be amazing. So definitely let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions on that in the comment section. That was a fail back there. I tend to do that whenever I screw up my words. I end up making a humongous noise, like that. I don't know why, it helps me get back on track, so maybe I won't cut those out from now on because they're kind of funny. So that's pretty much what I wanted to ask you guys right off the bat, is just that. When you guys want me to upload these? Twice a week, once a week? I want to get a schedule going because I want to feel motivated to upload these because they're very difficult to upload, and honestly, it's almost like homework with these weapon clips, man. There's so many weapon clips to work on, so I do end up procrastinating a lot against a lot of these things. So I apologize for that, guys, but I want to start a schedule so I get these things done properly. So let's get right into the weapon stats now. First of all, the PKP Pecheneg is unlocked at level 14. It is a fully automatic light machine gun with the damage of 40 to 40, making it a 3-bullet kill at any range or 2 headshots at any range. I have heard rumors that it is a 40-35 weapon, but I'm pretty sure it's not because on Den Kirsten's forums it says 40-40. So I'm gonna go with what Den Kirsten says because he's supplied with my stats throughout this entire series, and for the most part my stats have been correct, so I'm gonna go with that. But it is 40-35. I will make an annotation or something back on this video if I do find out that's wrong. So that's that. There actually was a buff for this weapon at some point. I can't remember exactly when, but it used to be 40-25 damage, making it a 3-bullet kill up close and a 4 at a distance. But they buffed the weapon to make it better, so now it is a 3-bullet kill at any range, which is good. So I applaud you, Infinity Ward. Good choice. The rounds per minute, or rate of fire, for the PKP is quite slow at 705 rounds per minute. That pretty much means that if your weapon had an infinite magazine basically with infinite bullets in it and would never run out, in 1 minute worth of time, you can get 705 bullets off with this weapon. That's what that pretty much means. The magazine size on this weapon is humongous at 100 rounds. That is fantastic. It is equal with all the other light machine guns, but still, it is still fantastic to have 100 rounds over a 30 with a submachine gun or a assault rifle. So that is fantastic. Although the magazine size is huge, there is a terrible reload speed for this weapon. The reload speed is 8 seconds, 8.06 to be exact, and that is very sluggish, so sleight of hand is definitely recommended to speed that up. As you can see me doing here in the gameplay, I have sleight of hand on this class that I'm using here with the blue camo PKP with a red dot, I believe. So yeah, definitely run sleight of hand for sure because the reload is terrible. As far as mobility goes, the mobility is 80%, which is very slow. That is 20% slower than a submachine gun or a shotgun player. That is very slow. So moving around with this weapon is definitely not recommended, although I hate to say it. Playing a more defensive style with the light machine guns is definitely the way to go. The ADS speed on the light machine guns, again, is slow at 0.4 seconds. That is twice as slow as a submachine gun, which is insane. So a submachine gun can aim down their sights twice as fast. So if you want to compete with the submachine gun at close range, you need quick draw to be even equal to a guy, or at least aim as far as aim down sights go. You will be just as fast as a guy aiming on sight on a submachine gun without quick draw when you have quick draw. It is really unfair. So honestly, I disagree with that. I think the ADS speed on all weapons should be the same. That is just my opinion though. You guys state your opinions in the comment section below. But that's just my opinion because I believe that there's no reason why a weapon should take so long to aim on the sights. But that's in the weapon clips, guys. Let's get right here into the gameplay. As you guys can see, I have my traditional layout that I've had for as many episodes as I can remember, except for the first 3, I believe. So let's get right into the class here. As you can see here, I'm using the grip with the kick. And now there's rumors going around as well saying that the kick proficiency has no effect on light machine guns, and I can pretty much tell you guys that that is not correct from what I've observed. Maybe it's an Xbox thing, because a lot of the commentators are on Xbox, but I find when I use kick, the first few shots with the light machine gun are much better, whereas if you just spray full auto with or without kick, it will be pretty much the same. But if the first few shots with kick are a lot more accurate, and that makes it so you can get much cleaner and quicker kills, in my opinion anyways, because you have to spray as much to get the kill. So I like kick on this, but if you do not like kick, a good alternative is either focus or stability, because the idle speed on this weapon is kind of insane. And focus is good because it has the same purpose as kick. Kick reduces recoil so you can stay on target. Focus reduces view kick so you can stay on target. Both have the same purpose. Stability reduces idle sway so you can stay on target. All these proficiencies are for the same purpose, pretty much. So all 3 of them are good. It really depends on which one you like best. I would not recommend speed, and this is why. A lot of people like speed on the light machine guns and snipers, but I would never recommend for them because when you put speed on your weapon, your secondary does not get speed as well for some odd reason. So if you are trying to get around, you have to use your light machine gun, or at least have it out if you want to benefit from the speed proficiency. And when I'm running around, I want to have my secondaries out because they are basically more versatile at close range, if that makes sense anyways. So when I'm running around moving position to position, I want to have my secondaries out because they are better at close range. So that's my opinion on that, guys. I don't like speed on any of my weapons, but if you like it, that's awesome. Go for it. Like it's up to you. It's your proficiency. You do what you want with it. But I'm just stating my opinion on that. So speed is a no-go for me. So I have kick on here to reduce the recoil even further. Again, for more precision and just to be better on target. Focus is good too. Stability is good too. They all have the same purpose, just different ways of displaying it. And my secondary here is the Akimbo MP412, and I like the MP412 quite a bit akimboed, but it kind of requires sleight of hand, and that's why my first perk is sleight of hand. For a few purposes. One, for the faster reload, because the 8-second reload is insane, as this guy is camping in there for no particular reason. Don't know why he's doing that. Sleight of hand is also beneficial because it allows you to switch weapons faster, and that is especially important when you're using a light machine gun or sniper rifle, because when you're using those kinds of weapons, they are very slow and very bad at close range. So, unless you're a quickscoper, of course, but light machine guns, there's no excuse. They're bad at close range, end of story. So having a good close range secondary is good to have with sleight of hand so that you can switch quickly when you are caught off guard. Quick draw is fantastic because it can make it so that you maybe stand a chance against SMG and assault rifle users, because when you have quick draw on, you can aim at down sight just as fast as a guy with an SMG with not quick draw. So that gives you a slight chance, which is nice to have a chance. It's all you can really get with the light machine guns, unfortunately. Steady aim will also help you out because it will allow you to aim down sight faster after sprint, and that may not be beneficial for most people. A lot more people like Stalker, but I hate Stalker, but I'll get into that in a second. Steady aim will benefit you for your MP412 akimbo, and it will benefit you because it will allow you to aim down sight faster in the PKP. So it's got like a double win-win here, and that's why I like it best on my light machine gun classes. Now, I was talking about Stalker earlier, and I'm going to get into that right now. I don't like Stalker on light machine guns because I find it really throws off my aim, having the ability to strafe with a heavy weapon. I find it really silly and shouldn't be part of the game, personally. I think it's stupid, honestly. The only weapon I like a Stalker on is a shotgun, but the problem with that is steady aim is just so much better on a shotgun, so I never use it. So in my opinion, Stalker is a terrible perk, and it's actually one of the main causes for frustration with a lot of players, because when you're shooting a guy and he's strafing with Stalker, it looks like he has his gun lowered like to the hip. He doesn't look like he's aiming on his sights, and that really changes the way people think. If they see a guy running at them and it doesn't look like they're aiming on their sights, they then think that they're stupid, and then they make the wrong choice, and it actually causes a lot of lag too, because you can't hit the guy because he's strafing. Stalker is a terrible perk, and I don't want to see it return. Not just my opinion though. I think it's a terrible perk. So that's out. Now that's out of the way. You guys can see here I'm using the Semtex and the Concussion, and I've changed up what my lethals and tacticals have been lately. I've gotten sick and tired of using those things. I'm trying using C4 and other things like that. So C4 is good, Semtexes are good, all these things are good. They're all good. It really depends on how you use them. And personally, I like Semtexes and C4s, concussions and flashbangs. I don't like the portable radar because it just gives another assassin player to use assassin, right? It just gives them another reason to do it, right? That's all it is. So don't use portable radars. I wouldn't recommend them unless you're going for like a Moab or something for some odd reason. But I really recommend against them because they just encourage assassin users, and anything that encourages the use of assassin should not be used because assassin players are everywhere. They're like crawling off the walls everywhere. They're insane. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's insane. It's insane how many people use assassin. And honestly, I don't blame them because assassin is the counter to everything in this game. I mean, everything in Call of Duty has originated from counters. It all started from Stopping Power Juggernaut. They were the perfect balance. If I used Stopping Power and he had Juggernaut, it was almost as if neither of us had a perk. It was balanced. It was perfect. But then when you put Assassin in there, it has no counter. Now don't tell me Recon's a counter, because Recon is not a counter to Assassin. What Recon could be to counter Assassin, though, if they patched it, they could make it so the players running Recon could see Assassin players on the radar with like a UAV or advanced UAV if their team calls it in or they themselves call it in. That would balance out Assassin, because that would give players a reason to use Recon as well, because Recon is underused as hell. It is the least used first year perk, and for a good reason, because it's not very good. It's very basically hit or miss with that perk. It's not very good. Now you guys can see in this game I'm using the Predator Missile, the Reaper, and the Juggernaut, because pretty much all of these kill streaks guarantee me at least a kill, and that is pretty much all I need, is just a little kill. With the Predator Missile, it's almost gonna get you killed every freaking time. The Reaper, I mean, yes, it gets shot down pretty easily, but with the Reaper you can at least get 1 or 2 kills. And then the Juggernaut, because it's fantastic and it's great, and when using a light machine gun, having the Juggernaut is pretty cool. So that pretty much wraps up the Road to Gold episode 14, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Peace.